You're watching Let's Chat.
Calling all investors or those thinking about possibly investing in real estate, we have some information that you definitely want to know. Here to fill us in is Miss Emily with Berryman Homes and Elizabeth with Bank of England. Good morning, ladies. Great to have you back.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right. So this time, we mentioned last time you were here that you do a series of workshops frequently. This time we're focusing on investors. Is that correct?
Absolutely. We're going to be at Puckett's downtown next Tuesday, the 23rd, starting at 6. Really focusing in and letting people know how investment in real estate is really going to happen for them.
It is now a really good time for someone to get into this. I mean, the seeming like the housing market is at a high.
Yes.
So is investing a good opportunity right now?
It absolutely is. I mean, it's just depending on if you're wanting to create some rental properties or if you're wanting to flip a house and get a new family in there real quick. So you can really find some really good deals here in Chattanooga.
Well, I'm glad you kind of mentioned the different areas of investment. So when someone thinks investment, of course, they know they're purchasing, but that could really mean a couple different things. They could use that as a rental property. They could do it as a flip. They could possibly hold on to it as a, I mean, there's several different options, right?
Exactly, and that's why we're going to have myself, I'm an investor here in Chattanooga as well as a realtor, but also having another investor who's more on the high-end area of it, and having Liz with Bank of England for the mortgages and things for construction loans, anything that they need to have, insurance, and some construction people on the panel this time too.
Well, that was my next question, is you do a great job of rounding up a great group of experts, and so you just mentioned some of those, but why do you work so hard to bring so many different people into the same room?
Well, because you have to have a team behind you, and if you don't have that team and you're out there all by yourself, it's a lot scarier. And you have a lot bigger chance of failing, and I want to give everybody the same opportunity that I had when I started investing in real estate.
And Elizabeth, we're excited that you're there because for me, when I buy or sell a home, the bank side of it, the financial side is terrifying.
Yes.
But you're here to help us and answer any questions right out of the gate.
Yes, and it can be incredibly invasive, and so my job is to make it as stress-free as possible. And as far as investing, when you're doing that a lot, if you're a constant investor, you get used to the process, and that way you kind of learn the ins and outs. But if you're starting to get into it, it can be even more terrifying than just buying your primary residence or selling.
So what are some of the things, I know we mentioned, of course, just investing in general, but what are some more specific topics that are going to be covered next week?
Well, also how to flip that investment and be able to make a profit on it. That's the biggest thing. Everybody wants to get into real estate to make a profit, but there are some scarier sides of not being able to make a profit and being able to kind of head those off at the pass kind of thing. So we'll be touching on a lot of different topics.
A little bit of risk versus reward, right?
Exactly.
Elizabeth, what are you looking forward to speaking about or answering questions about possibly?
All of the financing. I mean, typically they think when you're investing, you just have to have a bundle of cash laying in your closet to buy it outright, when there are a lot of loan programs available for investors out there looking to do other things that don't necessarily have $100,000 sitting in their bank.
Who would you say this workshop is for next week? Is this for kind of all levels, maybe more focused towards beginners? Who would you kind of target this towards?
I would say a lot more of the beginners, but we welcome the seasoned investors to come in and share their experiences as well with this, the new group of investors coming into Chattanooga. We open our doors to everybody because it's free to everybody, and I just really love hearing the stories of how an investment was a huge success, or even if it was a fail, being able to learn from somebody else's mistakes so we don't make the same thing.
There's always that learning opportunity, and hopefully in a scenario like this where you have a group of people together, we can learn from each other's mistakes, right?
Absolutely.
Maybe not make as many on our own, but we're so glad that you're offering this to our community. Tell us what we need to know about maybe reserving a seat and attending as well.
Absolutely. So they can go on to my website, which is berrymanhomes.com. They can register through Eventbrite. They can friend me on Facebook, and I'll put them on my realtor page with Keller Williams, and they'll be able to register there as well, or they can just give me a call.
All right. Well, ladies, thanks for joining us. Of course, this is one of many seminars to come, brought to you by Emily and Elizabeth and their wonderful group of advisors and experts, as I like to say. All right. So mark your calendars. This is happening next week at Puckett's. Everyone is invited to attend. Give her a call or visit her online to reserve a seat, or if you have any questions ahead of time. Ladies, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys again soon.
Thank you.
Enjoy the day.